Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, starting off our discussion right away. Dr. Abu Douma, now, before we start getting into the developments taking place there, now the Egyptian Red Crescent with the Palestinian one established southwest of Khan Yunis a relief camp. 1,050 tents accommodating about 5,000 Palestinian displaced citizens. Now, how much of a big help and support is this done by the Egyptian Red Crescent with alongside the other Egyptian efforts to help alleviate some of the sufferings that the Palestinians and the Gazans are going through?
First of all, the Egyptian efforts is highly appreciating under these huge pressures, especially on Egypt, for dissolving the Palestinian cause and for pushing for the forcing displacement, and now they are saying it is a kind of voluntary displacement. First of all, this is my first interview after the election of our President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. So please allow me to congratulate His Excellency, our President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, for the new presidential period, and hopefully that he will find out and continue his way with all of support of our Egyptian citizens and our Egyptian military and associations for the best of Egypt and the people of Egypt, and with appreciation for his role and humanitarian role with our responsibility, Egyptian responsibility, his continuing support for Palestine and for the regional and African and the challenges he's facing bravely and wisely with his respectful team.
Yes. Well, this is one major challenge. I mean, it started off before his re-election, but now it is, and as you've mentioned, many international pressures are thrust upon the Egyptian state and the president. Now, having this relief camp, can we make sure, does that mean that this area, this camp is protected? It's not going to be shelled, not going to be subjected to any of the Israeli bombardment or airstrikes, guaranteeing the safety of at least those 5,000 citizens who would be accommodated within this camp?
It is an achievement on building on the land. So the challenge is facing the challenge. What the Israeli extremists government now is putting themselves in the wrong direction at all. And hopefully that the American administration realize after this journey of Secretary Blinken in the region and ended by Tel Aviv after meeting the Turkish and Arab leaders and Egyptian. So allowing Egypt to make this camp there, it's a positive point and indication that we are doing things on the ground. Second is they have a lot of crimes of humanity and killing of civilizations, like we have now a new generation of orphans in Palestine. These situations, I would like that this kind of leaders or politicians to think and to realize and look for the future, not for the time being, that the war is not the solution. Getting rid of Hamas or assassinations of leaders of the Hamas and Hezbollah, whatever the reasons from this side or the other side, everyone has his point of view. we understand it. I fully understand, understood. So it's not something new for us. But we need the solution. I'm from the first day was invited here in the first week of this situation, and I asked the international community and the international organizations to change the worst case scenario from this war. Till now it's 92 maybe days of war from one side. We have a lot of victims, a lot of from childs and women, and this kind, it's a matter of revenge or this is just you wanna eradicate all full eradications of citizens, and now they are facing this case in the Lahai court, International Criminal Court, ICC. So this step from Egypt, it's highly appreciated, is something tangible in the ground, and hopefully that we can find a solution inside Palestine, because now they are pushing them not in Khan Yunis. The issue is they are pushing 1 million Palestinian people to the Palestinian Rafah, to be on the border of the Egyptian state. Our president, with his meeting with the President Mahmoud Abbas, consisting about the Egyptian strategy, and we are never changing the same issue, working for the sake of peace in this now very complicated situation. The key thing is all of the world leaders, and even through the UN members countries, a lot are calling for to cease fire and stop the war. This is the first call everybody is asking for before talking about the diplomatic solutions for the two-state solution, and this is we have to figure out to find an end of the clashes.
Yes.
And this will not going to happen without having a two-state solutions under any conditions. And we need more responsibility, because now the international community is really losing the trust and the credibility for the vetoes of the American administration. I'm just identifying my word because it's just this administration are doing this.
Yes. Well, Dr. Abu Douma, speaking about the international community, Anthony Blinken, along with Minister Annalena Baerbock of Germany, they both were speaking about the strategies to protect the Palestinian civilians and to make sure humanitarian, unhindered assistance gets to the Gazans in the Gaza Strip. And it seems like there is some sort of a change in the tone, especially from the US administration, manifested in Antony Blinken's remarks. Now, will these remarks and statements be enough to put some pressure or influence on Israel to hold back on their bombardment, or is this just a political rhetoric for the public opinion to calm them down? Are we witnessing a real change in international perspective, or is it just empty words and empty rhetoric?
We are engaging with them in their kind of statements for the press conferences after the meetings of the leaders, but the reality is the louder voice. The reality is now, till now, Netanyahu and his extremists government till now is talking about occupied Gaza again and building the settlement till today. Settlement there, and without doing this, they will be and they have to get rid of Hamas, and without occupying Gaza, the strip, and their settlements there, so they will not be in safe. But in the same time, it is not convincing anybody, this kind of war. Now you find the German Foreign Affairs Minister met the Lebanon Prime Minister now, and it's a very hard time actually for Lebanon before this more situation, the worst situation, because they have a financial crisis, they haven't a president till now, so they are already fragile situation in Lebanon. And Israel suggests to have a German soldiers army on the borders between Israel and Lebanon. So the key thing is, where is the role of the United Nations and the UNIFIL? Where is the role of the NATO power who are engaging with the Russian-Ukrainian war? Where are them when they get into Libya to get rid of Gaddafi with their army? So a lot of questions. These questions is for the credibility of the international cooperation. The United States is a strategic partner with Egypt, with the Arab world, long time ago, till now. But what's happening now, we need a solution, because, by the way, sooner or later this situation will gonna stop, will be ended. But let us look for the future. How this coming new generations, their adaptations and their culture and their psychological feelings and mentally about the suffering who is documented now everywhere, and now, as you know, the information is available on YouTube, on TV, on Facebook, whatever. Everyone has his own camera and media, personal, mobile, documented everything. So now in this time, it's very difficult to play on the history. Like people talking about the 7th of January. No one accepts this, what happened in 7th of January, and I'm against. I'm against
7th of October.
Using of October, sorry, to using the civilians in the equation, and at the same time, Palestine has no army, and Mahmoud Abbas and his administration in a very critical weak point. The Egyptian administration, the military, our Egyptian intelligence, our Egyptian Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, with all of his staff and efforts, and every kind of people of the administrations in these issues, are doing a lot of efforts, surely with the civil society, organizations like the Tahya Masr and the Red Egyptian
Crescent.
Yes. So this collaboration with the pushing for a long time during all of these more than 3 months, asking for allowing them to the fund for the aids, humanitarian aids for medical supports.
Yes.
There are people died like a group. They are collecting them together to be buried
Yes.
without food. All of these childs, where are the UNICEF? Where are the Security Council and the with all of the respect to the Secretary of the United Nations and all of the strong big countries? We know that there are a power, different power in the world. Now, when the United States want to stay in the Red Sea for the attack of Houthis,
Yes.
if they want, if we have the well, we will find the way. Don't just tell me words while you are selling them or funding them with the occupations, with the bombs, with the intelligence informations about the Palestinians, and without any kind of humanitarian support on the ground.
Yes.
Actually, yesterday, it was the day of celebration for everybody in the world. And for the Egypt, we know that we are Muslims, Christians, the celebration of Merry Christmas and the New Year with the of the born of
The birth of Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, and Merry Christmas is actually a celebration for every humanitarian, for especially for all Christians and Muslims who are honored and love Jesus and his our Virgin Mary as one of the
holiest people.
holiest icons and blessed by God. So we haven't these kind of extremists between people, but now you can feel how it hard for people to celebrate the situation. Till now, I didn't send the messages to my friends who I spent my life with them in Al-Ikha al-Dini, in building the and maintaining all of the situations.
Yes.
And I played very serving with love. They know that since Pope Shenouda and
Yes.
in Upper Egypt with rest in peace Bishop Pham of my district, and with Abu Nayas place, I have a long way was supporting the cause of they have the right for what's happening now. With appreciated from President Sisi that they have the right to maintain the churches and the all of the rights. And I told them the ministries and officers many times, and I did this in a lot of conferences and everywhere, that please stop this kind of aggression and give them the rights, because you are the one who is creating the extremists, and you are the creating the hateness between people.
Yes.
And we are not happy for that.
Yes.
I mean, even in Beit Lahm, the place of the born of Jesus Christ, it was really in a sad condition.
Yes. Well,
and from
it
this
is
part, I am sending all of my beloved people and friends, families, bishops, and Pope Tawadros, and all of my friends and priests
Yes.
in Upper Egypt and Mr. Bishop Passanti and all of the Christians, Orthodox, Catholic, Protestants, Evangelican, all of them. We are together, and we are one, and we are same hearts. And I represent them in the United Religions Initiative. It is a worldwide organization for 4 years as a global board member of trustees. We are insisting to continue, but actually we have, personally I have a shock, like I'm not writing anything because I feel that a lot of things I have to say, a lot of things I have to write, but like I need to deliver the messages for the decision makers to take actions. Our president and and his team is really dealing under all of the international pressures. I know that that to try to support and to take any kind of opportunity to find a way to help people in this situation.
Well, it definitely is a celebration, was a celebration with a shadow of heartbreak. But as you've mentioned, Egypt is trying its best to actually send a lot of help and humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip, and the Egyptian Red Crescent has actually sent about 90 trucks into the Gaza Strip. Let's check out this report and we'll be right back.